father suffered a cerebral hemorrhage in April 2016, and he spent about 17 days in the ICU and another almost 90 days in the high dependency unit, or HDU as it's called. And basically he was in quite a critical condition, and his age is also 95. So we were actually told that it's better if we engage a professional medical nursing service to look after him even while he's in the hospital, so that he could get used to those nurses and they could get used to him when he moved later on to his home. So we did a lot of due diligence to figure out what is available in Delhi, because I'm new to Delhi. I used to live here very long ago, but now I'm very new, so I didn't even know. So we asked people and we asked around, and there was various options that people suggested. But ultimately we interviewed a couple of agencies and we settled on Genfi Home Healthcare Services, who we found were being recommended by a few people, including those in the hospital. And I must say that it's now been over 12 months since we've been using their services, and both my wife and I are extremely happy with the professionalism and the extent of services that they can offer. So firstly, we wanted to move my dad home, and we wanted to set up an ICU type arrangement at home because of his age and condition and the need for constant monitoring. So Genfi actually advised us in terms of what kind of equipment to buy or hire, and they also provided us with some of the equipment so that we could get a start. But most importantly, right from the hospital onwards, they've been providing nurses. They've been male nurses mainly, in fact all, because my father required that. And the nurses have been very well selected. They are also very well trained, and we find that their level of attention and professionalism and all is really, really very good. And I can say that with confidence, because both my wife and I, although we live in Mumbai, we alternate our stays here and we overlap our visits, and we therefore spend a lot of time at my father's home in Delhi, looking after him and providing him emotional support, while the entire medical support is provided by the male nurses of the Genfi. And it's not just the nurses, but we also have a doctor whenever we need to come and change the tracheostomy tube or the Ryle's tube which he's fed with, and also any other medical emergency that arises. They're there to support us, and so that gives a very good feeling and a feeling of comfort, especially when each of us is alternating between Bombay and Delhi. And so essentially I think the main thing that we are very happy with is the professionalism. They maintain a daily record, and in that daily record it's virtually an hourly record of the kind of food that's being provided. The Genfi the main doctor has provided us with information on what nutrition, how much protein and all that, the mix of the diet, and where we can procure in fact medical supplies, and that's been very useful. And even the Genfi nurses are providing physiotherapy to my dad, which is required at his age and his condition, and the fact that he keeps getting stiff because he's lying in the hospital bed right through. And in fact, I must say that even though it's been over 12 months since he's been, after the stroke, he's really been in bed. He hasn't even developed a single bed sore, which is something which is really commendable, I think. And that's something that we were warned right from the beginning, that look, if the nurses do not follow discipline, they don't turn the patient every couple of hours and make sure that oiling is done and proper cleaning is done and so on, the patient develops bed sore, and then you have other complications. So I think the fact that he's not had a single bed sore in 12 months, touch wood, that's been really, really commendable. And I would say that as a result of all this, we've not needed to really monitor these nurses. Some people advised us to keep video cameras at home and see what they're up to. But we've not felt the need for it. There's a supervisor who comes regularly to check on how the nurses are doing and give them assistance and so on. So at the end of the day, I think in overall terms, if that is the level of supervision and professionalism and services that are being provided, one doesn't need to really take on anything else. So I have no hesitation in recommending them to anybody else. Like I said, we are new to Delhi now and we didn't know anything, but this has really been a great boon to us. And I have in fact recommended them to some friends of mine. And as and when they need their services, I'm sure they will get in touch with them. So I would say that in conclusion, it's been really a great experience and I would recommend them any day for anybody who needs their